Good evening. Welcome to the final live stream of the day. Continue on the top 50 underrated classic albums countdown. Top 50 underrated classic albums. Continue on with number 25. Excuse me, number 26. The 26th underrated classic album, X Clan to the East Blackwards, 4th and Broadway Island Records. Now, the pro-black revolution in hip-hop was in full effect in the form of X Clan, a crew from Brooklyn, New York. The group consisted of Grand Verbalizer Brother J, the late Professor X, the Overseer, Paradise, the Architect, and Sugar Shav, Rhythm Provider. The group were known for their Afrocentrism, militant activism from the Black Watch movement. So East Blackwards was their first album that was released in April of 1990. Standout tracks off the album was Funkin' Lesson, Funkin. I didn't curse. Said funk. Talking about funk. Funk in lesson. Heed the words of the brother. Raise the flag and Grand Verbalizer. What times is it? The production of the album featured funky beats that was produced by Sugar Shav and Grand Architect Paradise. The lyrics from the album dealt with racism and social economic oppression of blacks. The group made references to black revolutionaries and the Egypt places and deities, and to the East Blackwards was X Clan at its finest moment in hip hop. And they definitely were. This is their best work. Reason why this album is underrated because it's flawlessly fused militant Afrocentric activism with hard-hitting funk. It birthed the blueprint for conscious rap. Brother J's razor-sharp lyricism and Professor X's iconic spoken word monologues create a uniquely theatrical, highly energetic listening experience. Why is To the East Blackwards an underrated classic album? Well, look at the unmatched production and funk samples. Instead of standard boom bap producers, Sugar Shaft and DJ Paradise layered heavy P funk samples, including loops from Parliament and Roy Ayers with militant black empowerment. Tracks like Funkin' Lesson, F-U-N-K, again, Funkin, didn't say a curse word, Funk in Lesson, and Grand Verbalizer, What Time Is It? Are danceable yet deeply political. The verbalizer delivery, Brother J's cadence is sharp and precise, avoiding typical 90s verbal acrobatics in favor of teaching. His mission was cultural enlightenment, making every track feel like an intense history lesson wrapped in a party record. Thanks for 8 people tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And then Professor X, his charisma. The late Professor X acted as the group's hype man and ideological anchor. His opening line was proclaiming vainglorious, not Vanguard, I don't know where this come from. It was vainglorious. This is protected by the red, the black, and the green, stuff like that. Had a cinematic, revolutionary feel. And despite its critically acclaimed, it was very critically acclaimed at that time. I think historically, when we look at this album, it was as far as the pro-black stuff that was going on at the time. So thanks for hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel. The album was sometimes overshadowed by the dominance of Public Enemy and gangster rap, but cemented its place as a cornerstone of conscious hip hop, earning a spot in the Sources magazine's top 100 rap albums of all time. This was a great album. It's just that it definitely was overshadowed with what was going on at the time. They wasn't gonna sell a whole lot of records because a lot of reasons with that. But this is a great album. Excellent, excellent album. Thanks for 13 people looking. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. That's it. So I'm done. I'll be back tomorrow. Be back tomorrow for more of a countdown of the underrated classic albums. Countdown with number 25, getting to the top 25 underrated classic albums in hip hop history from this book that I did a decade ago. This is the book that I did. I published this album. We published this book. This is the countdown of the top 50 underrated classic albums in hip hop history. This is what I did a decade ago. Still has relevance in terms of what happened with those albums that came out back in the day. So this top 50 underrated classic albums. I'll be revealing the top 25 starting tomorrow. I'm not gonna do all 25 tomorrow, but I'll be resuming with number 25. Just gotta tune in tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I'll be doing number 25, the 25th underrated classic albums as countdown to number 1. I'll be revealing that to you sometime next week. And that's it. That's all I got to say about that. So until then, have a good night. Keep supporting the channel. And I'll talk to you tomorrow at 5 o'clock.